Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
There's talk about the Southeastern Ohio Regional Jail expanding. Good evening, I'm Erica King. Thank you for joining us. The Southeastern Ohio Regional Jail will be expanding soon to house more female inmates. The jail's board held a meeting earlier this morning discussing their plans and budgets for the project. The cost of the project is still up in the air, but they're expecting it to be 30% higher than what they originally estimated. There is no set date for when they will begin the expansion, but Warden Joshua Van Bibber says the rebuild is necessary for more female beds.
Look at the projections of female beds over the last 15 to 20 years. It's skyrocketed. So they basically are looking for ways to house more female because we currently turn away females on a daily basis. So we'll look at someone with a lesser crime and they'll send somebody back to the court to be on either house arrest or something like that when they should be incarcerated. So we're looking at ways to try to fix that problem to where we can house the females that need to be here in jail.
Van Bibber says he will speak to architects this week to get a quota for the expansion. The Ohio Supreme Court is making a local house call. Justices visited Meigs High School to meet with students and discuss 3 cases. Chief Justice Maureen O'Connor highlighted the importance of talking about the judicial branch.
A court in action. They say that the judicial branch of government is the least understood, and I believe that 100%. So in order to enhance the understanding, and with understanding comes confidence in our judiciary, and that's why we do this.
Justices also talked to students about considering future law careers. There's another boil order issue in Nelsonville. The Nelsonville Water Department issued the order for High Street from Campbell to Harper until further notice. Remember to bring water to a full boil and only use the boiled water for drinking or preparing food. Water for bathing doesn't need to be boiled. There will be new signs on the Hocking-Adena Bikeway. The new signs are part of an effort to promote healthy activities. The signs will indicate the distances to 56 locations as well as restroom sites and water fountains. The signs will encourage the use of the bike path, especially for first-time users. The project will start in May. More news about businesses reopening after the devastating Union Street fire last year. Jackie's Brewery is expanding their dining area, redoing the kitchen, and updating their menu. This news comes after the Union announced they will be opening by the end of April. The Union will be open on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. It will only be open for drink services. Jackie O's manager, Sarah Holly Schwartz, says she's excited for the business's return.
The more hype we give it, the more excited people get, and having the opportunity to give everybody a little preview on the weekends, I think it's going to really drum up business for when we're open 5 days a week in that space, 6 days a week, I think, 5 days a week, yeah.
More updates will follow over the course of the week. Here's a look at your weather.
Good evening from the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Kaylee Shaw. Right now, 80 degrees here in Athens. It's as if we skipped right over spring and went to summer. Another beautiful day like we've had over the past few days. And across the region, upper 70s and lower 80s for your temperatures. We are going to cool down a bit into the 50s, 58 Columbus, 59 Athens. We're also going to have an increase in cloud cover and some chances for rain overnight. And I'll have some more information on chances for rain for the remainder of our week in my extended forecast.
Thank you, Kaylee. An Ohio House committee is debating a bill that would require law enforcement to have rules about the use of body cameras. Cleveland and other cities around the state have purchased body cameras for police departments, but there's no statewide requirement. The bill says it wouldn't mandate the use of cameras, but there should be policies in place for agencies that do have them. There are no specific recommendations about when or who should wear them, but the bill says the policies should have those details. Ohio senators are set to vote on a $2.6 billion capital budget bill that would fund improvements to roads, bridges, parks, and school buildings. The bill includes $650 million for repairs and renovations at primary and secondary schools. $428 million is set for the state's public colleges and universities. There's $500 million set for the Public Works Commission for local infrastructure projects. There's also $160 million for economic and cultural developments. In West Virginia, unemployment rates have dropped in 52 counties for the month of March. The unemployment did rise in McDowell County and was unchanged in Barber and Brooke counties, according to Workforce West Virginia. Jefferson County had the lowest unemployment rate at 4%. Calhoun had the highest unemployment at 16%. However, the state unemployment rate remained unchanged at 6.5%. And Andrew Jackson is no more. We'll have who's taking Jackson's place on the $20 bill. That story, plus Donald Trump came out victorious in New York along with Hillary Clinton. But one candidate is upset about how the polls were run. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
You may recognize a new face on the $20 bill soon. The U.S. Treasury Department is making some changes to the U.S. currency. Sources tell CNN that Andrew Jackson is getting booted from the $20 bill, and Harriet Tubman will go in his place. Jack Lew said last year that he would feature a woman on a new version of the $10 bill beside Alexander Hamilton. Now sources say Hamilton will stay on the front of the $10 bill by himself. Instead, a montage of leaders from the women's suffrage movement will be added to the back of the 10. That redesigned $10 bill is expected to enter circulation by 2020. It will be the first U.S. bill to have a woman on it in more than 100 years. There's no word on when the $20 bill with Tubman will go into circulation. Donald Trump could sweep the state's 95 delegates, getting him closer to the GOP nomination. Hillary Clinton's had a crucial victory in New York to end Bernie for good. Mary Maloney has highlights from the New York's primary night.
The Empire State Building changing from red, white, and blue to solid red after Donald Trump wins the Empire State's Republican primary.
I have to say to the people that know me the best, the people of New York, when they give us this kind of a vote, and it's just incredible.
Tuesday, crowds flocked to the polls to cast ballots, among them Trump.
Who you voting for?
Easy decision.
Hillary Clinton also voted.
I love New York.
And New York loves Clinton, the Empire State Building turning blue after the frontrunner clinches the New York Democratic primary.
You proved once again there's no place like home. In this campaign, we've won in every region of the country. From the north to the south, to the east, to the west, but this one's personal.
Clinton's rival Bernie Sanders says the race isn't over just yet.
Because when we began this campaign, we were 60 points behind, and in the last couple of weeks, a few national polls have actually had us in the lead.
Ted Cruz is looking toward next week when 5 states in the Northeast will make their picks for president.
The nation is looking to Maryland to decide.
John Kasich's camp is fast-forwarding to July, focusing on the convention.
It's all about accumulating delegates going into the convention because now everybody has figured out that we're actually going to go to a competitive convention, an open convention.
I'm Mary Maloney.
The next primaries are Tuesday in Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. The Zika virus that has swept through parts of South America has been officially linked to severe birth defects. It has U.S. officials concerned about its spread in the United States. Researchers in California think the solution to the mosquito-borne illness may be mosquitoes themselves. They are working to create mosquitoes that are immune to Zika. The researchers say they can also genetically modify mosquito eggs to produce Zika-resistant offspring. Their research would need FDA approval before being put into practice. 3 Michigan officials were charged today in connection to the Flint water crisis. Mike Glasgow, a former supervisor at Flint's water treatment plant, was charged with tampering with evidence and willful neglect of duty as a public officer. And facing more serious allegations are Mike Presby and Stephen Bush, who are officials with the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality, who face charges of misconduct in office, tampering with evidence, and violations of the Safe Drinking Water Act.
We allege and we will prove that Mr. Bush and Mr. Presby altered test results, which endangered the health of citizens and families of Flint.
The next step will be a formal arraignment. On Wall Street today, stocks are closing with modest gains on Wall Street after a midday rally lost steam. Here's a look at stocks of local interest. And a high school with their own indoor shooting range. That story still ahead.
An end to sunny skies as April showers head our way. I'll have more on my extended forecast when Newswatch returns.
Student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Welcome back to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Kaylee Shaw. Man, we have been spoiled with beautiful weather here in the Athens region. 81 for your high today. We are far above your average of 66 degrees, but right around average for our low for this time of year. Right now, still 80 degrees, fair skies and sunny conditions, winds northeast 5 miles per hour. Across our region, also looking beautiful in the upper 70s and near 80s, 80 again in Athens, 83 Ironton. Here's a look at your temperatures tonight. We are going to cool down a bit, getting into the mid 50s, so not too cool for our low temperatures tonight. We are going to have an increase in cloud cover and a slight chance for some rain showers starting around 2 a.m. overnight. Here's a look at your high temperatures for tomorrow. A little bit cooler than we've had the last few days. We are having a cold front coming in. I'll show you that later in my forecast. But again, 70s for your high temperatures tomorrow with some chances for rain throughout the day, some slight chances of some thunderstorms. Here's what's going on. We've got this low pressure system headed east into our region. This is overnight tonight, so we're going to have some precip inching its way in for the overnight hours, just slight chances overnight. And here's a look at your day for tomorrow. That rain is coming into our region, slight chances, even a possibility of some thunderstorms. The greatest chance for that between 1 and 5 p.m., as well as greater chances for the eastern part of our region. Here's a look into Friday. Still rain into our region. We've got all these April showers coming our way. Again, we were pretty spoiled much of this week with beautiful temperatures, but we've got to get some of that rain in there so that we can have some May flowers headed our way. Here's a look at tonight. Again, 59, not too cool for your low temperature. Those rain showers starting 2 a.m. Again, just slight chances. And for tomorrow, 73, you'll want to bring your rain gear out because there are chances all throughout the day, and that will last into Friday as well. Here's a look at your 7-day. You'll see a cooling trend. Unfortunately, not summer quite yet. We were spoiled for much of this week, and we'll have a high pressure system returning for this weekend, bringing us sunny skies and clear conditions, so you will still be able to get out and enjoy your weekend. 67 for your high on Saturday, and warming back up by Sunday, 75 for your high. Again, sunny skies, and then we'll have our next system for some rain coming in around Monday evening, bringing us another chance for some rain. A cold front will bring us 50% chance, and then that'll last into Tuesday. High of 70 with a 40% chance, and we may even see some thunderstorms with that system, and wrapping it up for 72 Wednesday for your high. So nice 7-day for us, and some chances for rain at the end of this week. Back to you, Erica.
I was loving this weather, but I'm not looking forward to the rain, but thank you, Kaylee. A high school in North Carolina now has its own indoor shooting range, all thanks to help from the gun industry's largest trade group. Micaiah Thurmond reports.
7. Sir, the range is hot.
Armed with Daisy Pump air rifles, ROTC students prepare to take aim.
Lane 1, are you good to go?
Yes, sir. For the last 5 months, they've hand-built this 1,200 square foot, 6-lane indoor air rifle marksmanship shooting range. Now it's officially in use. At a cost of just over $10,000, the North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission and the National Shooting Sports Foundation, the gun industry's largest trade group, were happy to donate most of the shooting supplies. Instead of bullets, these Daisy Pump air rifles shoot pellets, but school administrators say they can still be dangerous. Before hitting the range, students must be trained.
There is a marksmanship safety test they have to take, and they have to get 100 on it. And then in addition to that, they have to sign a safety pledge, get permission from home, and then finally demonstrate on the range that they know how to handle one of these air rifles safely.
When all of that is accomplished, students can shoot. Right now, there are 4 certified ROTC students who say they're still very conscious of safety concerns.
You go out there and you're relying on others. You have to have the trust in others that they're handling a weapon and they're not going to harm you, you're not going to harm them.
And despite national conversations surrounding gun violence and school shootings, Commander David Wegman says community members shouldn't be concerned.
The procedures that we have in place ensure that we do the same thing the same way every single time.
While only 4 students are certified right now, Commander Wegman says he hopes to open the range to all of his seniors by fall.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Eric II. A local football coach stepped down from his position, and the Gridiron Glory Player of the Year signs his letter of intent. More on Newswatch when we come back.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Welcome back. I'm Eric II. 4 months before the 2016 season kicks off, the Vinton County Vikings will be looking for a new head football coach. Shane Wellman is stepping down after 1 season in MacArthur. The Vikings went 3-7 under his reign. However, their 3 wins came in the final 4 games of the season. Wellman will be coaching Parkway High School next year, trying to improve the Panthers' 2-8 record. Now, while Vinton County is searching, Mason Chapman found a home. Chapman signed his letter of intent to play football at Wittenberg University. As a two-way player for the Spartans, Chapman won the 2015 Gridiron Glory Player of the Year, as well as the TBC Ohio Offensive Player of the Year. He will be suiting up as linebacker on Wittenberg's defense next year. Now, Chapman dominated on the regular. Ohio baseball does not. But after yesterday's result, dominant would have been the only word to come to mind. An offensive explosion led to a 15-3 victory over Morehead State yesterday. The Bobcats broke the game open after 5 first-inning runs. The 7 they added in the 5th was just icing on the cake. But it wasn't all about batting. Starter Michael Klein allowed 1 hit and a walk in 5 innings. The Bobcats host MAC East Division rival Kent State this weekend. Ohio softball's pitching was just as dominant, but the Bobcats dropped their doubleheader against Ohio State. Savannah Joe Dorsey was a beast in Game 1, throwing a complete game and striking out 8. However, she surrendered the game's only run in their 1-0 loss. Game 2 got out of hand pretty quickly. The Bobcats hopped out to a quick 4-0 lead and went on to win 10-4. The Cats' doubleheader against the Dayton Flyers is underway as we speak. Over in Cincy, Tucker Barnhart hit a walk-off single to give the Reds a 6-5 victory over the Rockies today. Barnhart was among 4 Reds to register multiple hits in the game. For Colorado, Gerardo Parra and Ben Paulson went for 2 RBIs on the afternoon. With the win, Cincinnati takes the series 2-1, and the Reds' next game will be against the Cubs Thursday night in Cincinnati. Now, on the other side of Ohio, NBA playoff action heats back up. The 1-seeded Cavs host the Detroit Pistons in Game 2, looking to take a 2-0 series lead. The Cavs overcame a 7-point deficit early in the fourth quarter on their way to a 5-point victory in Game 1. LeBron has won 14 straight opening round playoff games and chipped in 22 of the Big Three's 81 combined points in Game 1. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. in Cleveland. The NFL affiliate in Cleveland would love to be a part of the playoffs. The Browns are hoping the number 2 overall pick they traded to the Philadelphia Eagles today will bring in a helping of fresh talent. Cleveland grants Philly its number 2 pick and a 4th-round pick in next year's draft in exchange for 5 picks over the next 3 years. The Rams acquired the number 1 pick last week, which marks the 4th time the top 2 picks of the NFL draft have been dealt away. Cleveland has 12 draft picks now, which is tied for the most with the 49ers for the year. I hope the Browns can make something happen. They've been struggling for a long time, but that's all I got for you, Erica. I'm Eric 3 back to you.
I hope the Browns can do something like that too, Eric. Thank you. The first rule about Bulldozer Fight Club is you got to talk about it. Unreal video of rival construction companies in China having an all-out demolition derby with bulldozers, on a busy city street is just amazing. Police say it started with an argument between companies competing for business.
Man, Erica, that was something else. Glad we don't have anything like that in our streets here in Athens right now. And here's one last look at your weather. Again, we do have some rain headed our way, gonna have an end to those beautiful sunny skies we've had. 59 for your low tonight. Those showers starting around 2 a.m. as a low pressure system comes our way. Here's a look at tomorrow. Some chances for showers and thunderstorms. Greatest chances to the east of our region for the thunderstorms, and around 1 to 5 p.m. we could have some rumbles of thunder, but nothing severe. Again, 73, a little bit on the cool side from what we've seen the last few days. Here's a look at your 7-day. Again, chances for rain Thursday and into Friday. We do have some chance, again, these chances for rain, we had to expect them sometime with April showers, but those will bring us some nice May flowers coming our way and into our weekend. 67 for your high on Saturday. And now we are going to clear up as our weekend comes, and as a nice high pressure system comes in, your next chance of rain coming back on Monday. I'll take it back to you, Erica.
You're right, Kaylee. We were getting spoiled with that great weather, and I'm not looking forward to that rain. But thank you. Stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thank you for watching. I'm Erica King. Now stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night, everyone.
these students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back,